Welcome back to Heart of Health, and I hope you are learning as much about chiropractic healing as I am. I must admit, Lisa, I've been a little bit naive in the past, but I knew that we all have healing forces in our body. And we're going to go to our first question here. This comes from the great state of Texas. What is the number one reason a person comes to, I guess you're chiropractic, so what's the number one reason? And I thought it was so neat when you talked about babies coming to you right when they're born.
Yes.
I mean, but what's the number one reason you think a person would come and visit you in the office?
Typically, on average, it's low back.
Okay.
Low back pain, and then the second reason would be headaches, neck pain, migraines, of that nature.
So if I go to you and say I have low back pain, what should I expect next?
Next would be a complete exam. We do x-rays, and then palpation. And palpation is where I actually go and I use my hands and I feel of all the joints in your spine to find where the pieces are that are not aligned correctly. And then I will put those with the x-rays, match those together to get my accurate criteria that I needed.
So I guess this is sort of like a roadmap of a person, you know, that very first time, you know, when you get the x-rays and you feel in their spine.
Yes.
So then you would find out what you thought the problem is. Now, how often, we've talked a little bit about this word adjustment, where you go ahead and make these changes so these nerves can communicate better, no static. My question that I have is a personal question. We've talked about, you know, earlier about when a person feels better, you know, that's a sign that you've been successful. How often does a person need these adjustments? You know, is it once a year? Once you straighten someone up, everything's fine, or do you have to go often? Or
it varies per person, Jim. Typically, a person will follow a corrective care plan at the beginning. And what that entails is, well, like when you work out in the gym, you have to retrain your muscles. We have to retrain the soft tissue around your spine. Because what happens is when you have an injury, scar tissue, adhesions, all of that form around it. It's like a cheap cut of meat. So when we begin the correction, all of that is absorbed within the body, and the body will then start laying down healthy tissue. If you can get that strengthened, then it's going to pretty much strengthen in the correct spot. To answer your question, is people will come back for more of a wellness approach. The better care you take of your car, if you keep it tuned up, it's going to run longer and it's going to run cleaner. The same thing in our bodies. If we keep our bodies tuned up, if we keep that nerve interference out of the body and keep a clear communication, then your body is going to run longer and it's going to run much better.
Now, you talked about headaches earlier. You know, this person says you're coming to you for headaches. How long would it might be before they have results on the headaches on a typical patient? I know it varies from person to person. Let's say I have bad headaches, and you know, how long would it take before I might see results?
I'd say about 80% of the people will walk out without a headache.
Without a headache?
Without a headache.
So if I go with a headache, there's 8 of 10 chance that I won't have the headache when I leave?
Correct. I've had migraine people come in and leave with their head completely clean.
Wow. You know, we don't hear much about chiropractic care out there in the modern media. You know, we see commercials for pills and, you know, fancy treatments. Why don't we see more about chiropractic care? It seems like it makes sense to me.
It does make sense. We're the underdogs, and no offense taken to medical profession at all, Jim, but if people came to us and got better, then it would be taking business away from a lot of other healthcare providers, and it's where the money is.
Well, what we like to, you know, in Heart of Health, we like to let people know that we're all healers in one way or the same, as we change chemistry.
Exactly.
And I guess our viewers really have to understand that chiropractic care changes chemistry, but it's a little different way. It's not necessarily swallowing a pill or getting a needle. You can change the chemistry. It's just we can't just measure the chemicals that you change, you know, the dopamine transmitters and all these neat neurotransmitters and the pain. But I guess you would know your chemistry changing if your headache went away.
Exactly.
Or if your back pain went away.
And the headache, again, is an alarm. And I just kind of jokingly tell my patients, I said, your head's not on straight. Let's get your head on straight and see what happens.
So I guess we should answer this person. If you might have a headache or low back pain, you should consider possible chiropractic care.
Yes.
Now, but you make sure it's nothing serious like a tumor or anything like that. They should have that checked out first, right? You know, tumor could be, and a brain tumor could be a sign of a headache as well.
It could, and we know those signs. We ask those questions, and we will definitely refer out. And we have referred people out.
Well, that's great. We're going to go to another break, but this is fascinating as we continue this discussion. We're going to come back and see how God touches you with the spiritual component of healing right after this short break. Friends, stay with us, and if you might have a question for Heartwise Ministry, you can go to our website at heartwiseministries.org. We'd be happy to answer your questions, especially if you have questions about chiropractic care. We'll make sure Dr. Morse gets at your question.
2 words for you. Pop quiz. Ready? Name any funny movie. A drama. Name a mystery. And one more thing. Name the movie your kids saw today in science class.
Know what really matters. Know about your kid's school. And know about your kid. Find out 100 ways to know more, do more.
I'm Dr. James Marcum, and I talk to patients every day who want to know the truth in healthcare. On our website, heartwiseministries.org, you can have your questions answered. You can read my blog where I talk about interesting and controversial subjects in medicine. You might choose to go to the radio or television sections and learn more about all sorts of health topics. Take the time and go to heartwiseministries.org.
You can easily spend $90 on an expensive meal out. How about investing $89.94 in your future? Just think about the possibility of coming off those prescription pills and getting rid of all the side effects. Think about feeling better than you have ever felt in your life. This is all possible for you. For only $89.94, you will receive a 7-part DVD series, Weight Management by the Book, a 30-lesson workbook with over 100 recipes, and if ordered today, exercise tubes will be included for free to help with your journey. There are many programs available, but this unique program has identified the truth about how to manage weight. This program is not available in stores. This limited offer will not last long. Pick up the phone now and dial 877-504-9628. Operators are standing by. This call will change your life forever.
Two words for you. Pop quiz. Ready? Name any funny movie. A drama. Name a mystery. And one more thing. Name the movie your kids saw today in science class.
Know what really matters. Know about your kid's school. And know about your kid. Find out 100 ways to know more, do more.
Welcome back to Heart of Health. I'm Dr. James Marcum, and I've been talking with Dr. Lisa Morris about chiropractic care. And I've asked frequently about what makes Heart of Health different from other programs, you know, and part of it is we don't have a script and we go where the Spirit moves us. And that always leads us to different comments and different things, Lisa. And, you know, many healers have a special calling. You know, I think you believe you have a special calling. And in this modern world of medicine, sometimes it's hard to know who or what to believe. You know, do you believe modern medicine? Do you believe in chiropractic healing? It's hard to know where we're supposed to go. But, you know, the Holy Spirit's clearly touched your life in healing. And how do you relate to this, bring patients into the ultimate healer when they come into your office? I know sometimes it's not natural to talk about a God that heals us all, or a God that brings us together and helps us understand which healers should be doing what, when, and where. How do you bring that into your practice?
Jim, when people are on the table and I am open and honest with them, and I tell them, I'm like, listen, God uses my hands to heal you. He tells me where to go. He tells me places to go to on your body that you may not have told me about. And the innate intelligence within the body, the innate intelligence, Jim, is your body's ability to heal itself. And God created our bodies. He created our bodies with this intelligence to do that. He could not be here beside of us. He's in there within us. And that's what we have to do to allow that to work. And that's where my job comes in. And I just use my hands, I use my love. I pray with every single patient the moment they get on the table, just a silent prayer, and miracles happen. From babies taking their first breath to people getting up and walking when they haven't walked in weeks. So it's just incredible. And the power that made the body truly does heal the body. And it works, just like gravity. Whether you believe it or not, it works.
You know, some people in modern medicine, you know, they put all of their trust in technology. You know, it
They
sounds
do.
like you do a lot with your hands.
I do.
And you do a lot changing the chemistry by touching somebody. You know, I had a patient come to me recently, said they had a complete physical with their doctor and they weren't touched. Would it be possible to go into your office and not be touched?
Impossible.
Well, that's exactly the message we want to get to the world. And, you know, there's all sorts of healers out there. And, you know, you're a healing touch to me when you make me smile or laugh. And after talking to you, I know I guess I'm going to have to get one of these adjustments to make my back feel better so I sit up straight and I don't slump on this desk the whole time. Thank you so much for joining us today, and I hope our listeners have learned a lot, and I'm sure we're going to generate a lot of questions to Heartwise Ministries regarding the topic. There's so much more to learn. In a few minutes, you just can't cover everything, but thank you so much for coming today.
Thanks so much for having me.
And we would like to thank you for joining us today on Heart of Health. You might have a question about chiropractic care or any other general health questions. We invite you to go to our website, which is heartwiseministries.org. If you don't have a computer, you can mail us at P.O. Box 8, Ottawa, Tennessee 3736. And our message today is, at the heart of health is love. And we want to thank Dr. Morris for giving her time today to share with us her healing message.